Sometimes true crime stories are more hopeful than dour. Does Prime Video's Murder 101 fit that bill? A case that haunted Tennessee's best detectives for decades is cracked wide open with the help of some unlikely investigators, a high school sociology class. It's crazy that a high school sociology teacher got his students so invested in a serial killer case that they actually helped to provide insight into previously unidentified victims. Prime Video dropped a 3-episode docuseries, Murder 101, that's based on a podcast, and each of the episodes are around an hour. All 3, though, are incredibly compelling and touching. While Alex Campbell's current class of students is the focus of this series, they're not the first of his classes to tackle this particular serial killer cold case. Before you think that this is going to be another one of those first 48-hour types of shows, the students' lives become just as much of a focal point as the investigation that they help to open back up. In just 3 episodes, I became heavily invested in learning about the students. They're all a bit quirky, with some lively personalities. Even the shy ones find their voice and become powerful storytellers within the narrative. And each of their stories and presences I found moving. There are students who are in the foster system with maybe incarcerated birth parents, some whose parents are completely deceased and are attempting to navigate late teenage years and early adulthood all on their own. Others are just simply drawn to the humanity of the victims, longing to show how the murdered were more than how the media labeled them based on just lifestyle situations. And this is where the docuseries really veers away from other true crime stories. I mean, yeah, we do get the insights into the students' findings, what their research, the FOIA requests, and out-of-the-box thinking develop, but we also get to see the true goal of this project-based sociology class, to see people for who they are, to develop empathy and understanding, and then to gain a new perspective on the world around them so that they can make informed decisions that can potentially change the world for the better. And for as much as this does focus on the lives of the kids, there's still an intense priority placed on learning skills and utilizing the talents to critically think through scenarios that could possibly reveal insights that the cops hadn't considered before, which can then lead to breaks in the cases, leading to justice and closure for affected families. Now, a cool component to this docuseries is the way the filmmakers incorporated interview footage from a student videographer. As part of his studies, one student chronicles the progress of the class, talking one-on-one with each class member to capture their initial feelings at the beginning of the year, and then collecting interview footage as the class progresses, highlighting how the course is affecting them, what new insights into themselves and others they're discovering, and just how a general visual journal of how the case itself is going. Now, this adds a huge layer of authenticity to what we hear from the students. Many times, these are unfiltered segments, capturing raw emotions and then candid revelations, even humor. And it's exactly what a docuseries like this needs so that it doesn't feel like an overproduced narrative agenda. Instead, it's a snapshot of how life is for these high schoolers as they navigate their studies, life, and then the realities of the world. This is an easy binge. I mean, yeah, it's going to take you about 3 hours to get through. I was completely sucked in, though, to every facet of the series. The students' lives are sometimes messy and sad, reflecting many of the dour aspects of the cases they're examining. But there's still this huge layer of hope that interweaves throughout the presentation, showing how the passion of a teacher to make an impact in the kids' lives through non-traditional methods of learning leads to stratified results, not only broadening perspectives, but also providing families with peace and closure thanks to the tenacious dedication of inquisitive and compassionate minds of the class. So while the content may be depressing at times, it's equally uplifting and leaves us with an encouraging sentiment. There's no sex or nudity, maybe a tiny bit of profanity. And then while no violence is shown, there are some descriptions of horrific actions. Now, as a reminder, I don't give couch ratings to documentaries, but I highly recommend checking out Murder 101. It's even made me want to check out the podcast. Okay, so have you come across any documentaries lately that are inspiring or uplifting? I mean, most of the ones that I see have to do with death, and so they're fairly dark. So if you do have any recommendations for maybe something with a positive vibe, I would love to hear about it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a like. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe. I'm Chris. This is Movies and Munchies. Thanks for couching with me.